think the future for agencies in programmatic, I think it's where their business base is going to be. I think that's totally where it is. I think what they have to decide is if they are brokerage houses or agencies working on behalf of a client. And its question is which side is who's paying them? Is it the media owner or is it the client? I think at a certain point this will have to be decided one way or the other. If it goes, they'll become brokerages. At that point it leaves the whole fee issue in debate, the whole ability of clients then to talk to multiple brokerages to try and drive the best prices and the best quality. And I think the whole then business model will need to be completely reviewed and it will become quite a complex process. But I think it will evolve over the coming years, and what we see as a business model today won't be in place in the near future. I think there's several issues here. I mean, let's say straight up front, I have no issues with programmatic buying. I don't think many clients do. Clients are asking the question, if I'm paying $1, am I getting $1 worth? I'm not sure. And that's where the sort of confusion is now sitting. And that needs clarity very quickly because there is moves by major multinational agencies to move not only this out in digital but also all media. The difficulty for a client is that we're all pretty much Sarbanes-Oxley compliant. We have to be very aware that we are audited both internally and externally. And one thing that's absolutely essential that has to happen, that we need end-to-end transparency.
I think for many brands, it's very important to understand what they're paying, essentially, either to their agency or via a trading desk. So I think there are a couple of factors. I think transparency on things like data ownership, transparency on the commercial terms, and the operating model is going to be critical going forward. And I think the industry needs to work together to be able to to move beyond this.
My personal view is that there are an incredible amount of generalisations about this space. Right? I think there's a lot of lazy reporting. There's a lot of ill-informed people talking about a subject that they haven't really checked out properly. As far as we're concerned, there are, to some of the points that have been raised here, there are a few fundamentals that I would agree that an advertiser should know, right? They should know how much of their spend goes on media, and they should ask that question of their agency or their trading desk. If you ask me about how much of my spend, the spend you give us goes on media, you should be asking the Quantcast, the Rocket Fuels, all those. Go and ask them how much of their spend, or even better, go on the company accounts of Rocket Fuel and it will show you they've made a 50% margin after all costs. So,
I 100% agree.
As long as we open it.
I think the key question is clients don't know what questions to ask because it's not their primary business.
I think one of the challenges is the fact that clients are still not particularly conversant with the dynamics of programmatic media buying.
I think the transparency issue is often mixed up with the lack of understanding. That's absolutely right, and most of our massive corporates will hold their hands up and say, actually, I don't really understand this space. What are you talking about? It is going to be a different conversation down the line.
I think it's the role of the industry to help educate clients on the power and the efficiency that can be gained from buying media programmatically.
Where's this going? Yes, I believe in 5, 6, 10 years' time, all media will be bought this way, but it's been understanding what that model is of how it's bought, and then what the client's actually getting for its money, and what those fees are. So then there's clarity on fee and clarity on invoicing end to end.